Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana and SUI price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna dive in Ethereum to see what's going on for Ethereum, what we might expect for the next week and of course for the next hours. On the daily, we are still of course in our scenarios, double 1-2 here. We're looking for wave 3 to unfold toward the upside in this of course double 1-2. Currently we seek after another 1-2 here on the lower time frame, and we see of course higher prices. However, these higher prices here are invalidated impulse, and of course we cannot count this as 1 2 3 4 5. The wave 4 interfered with zone 1, transferring this of course as zigzag or as double 1-2, and we're looking for wave 3 4 5 to unfold toward the upside. Another scenario for the bearish, where you are still corrective here, you might still be in this triangle A, B, C, D, and an E, and then pushing down. Okay, so the possibilities for the bearish right now is very close to achieve in case we are bearish, because of course this might be your finished wave C here. It can be an ABC also as an ending diagonal there, meaning A, B, and a C ending diagonal one more high, without reaching of course this high, because yeah, it can break the triangle, which turning it of course therefore for an ABC simple three waves. By all means, whether we are in a triangle, we push down, or we are in an ABC, also we push for one more low. Don't forget, taking this low, 2112, is invalidation for anything bullish, because of course you invalidate the 1-2. By invalidating this 1-2, then of course you invalidate the first 1-2, therefore of course no double 1-2 anymore. And then we are looking of course to take this low in this case. In case that we push for higher and we take the 3700 as a key level here, that would be of course a nice signal that we might bullish over there. Okay, we might be bullish, meaning 1 2 3 4 and a 5. So we need the 3700 for Ethereum. On the 1 hour chart here, we can see as well that we are still pushing a little bit higher, and we can see clearly that we might be of course into possibilities again, of course the 1 2 3 4 5 here. The wave 3 is still unfolding as an ABC, that it might catch, of course, is this blue box between 3,500 and, of course, 3,512 and 3,575. In case that we are going to finish also in a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of it, it can be definitely an ABC here and pushing down, or, of course, double 1, 2 again and pushing for higher. So we're going to test the wave 2 at the time if this is going to happen. Ultimate bullish is 1-2, 1-2, and we're opening right now for a wave 3. So you would like to see, of course, continuation toward the upside, the 1-1 key level here, taken 3648. By taking this, you invalidate anything and as an ending diagonal, and we open here, of course, for something bullish, wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. Key level for bullish, of course, is $3,650. For Ethereum as well, on the KGT, we can see that, yeah, be careful. On the 1 minute chart, we have some bearish pressure there. We see, of course, this push toward the downside, but the price is still, of course, trying to push for higher. So that is also good signal for Ethereum. Now, on the 30-second, a little bit much more deeper in the price, we see double signals here for bullish, and that's why, of course, we're still pushing for higher, and invalidation for bearish. So that is good signal. On the 30-second, we got invalidation because of course the price here took the reference point as convergence is not working anymore. So the pressure is kind of like starting to be weakened. Yeah, so we see here the double bullish as well signal, which is a very strong trend should be, and here we go. It is still unfolding. Very likely several 1-2s here, and we might push for higher. So interesting. So yeah, I still believe that this blue box is going to be taken, guys. This is regarding Ethereum. All right, let's move to Solana. For Solana on the daily chart here as well, we are estimating this leading diagonal as a wave 1 potentially here, and of course after the correction that it might be finished here as an ABC. By the way, we need to add the A, B, and a C as well. Or it can be, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your wave 4 here. unfolding for something impulsive as a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 expanding flat, and then opening for wave 5, taking the invalidation for this 1, 2. So this is your bearish scenario in case that we end up here in a wave 4 expanding flat wave C, pushing for lower here within a wave 5, and of course invalidation for this bullish scenario, meaning of course diving even deeper towards the $75 here, because we need a deeper ABC here after the top for wave 3. We're looking for this wave 4 over there, which it should be of course in the perfect targets here, and then pushing for higher one more time again. So for Solana, it's still of course that the bearish can still take lead there, so we gotta be careful. Nothing is 100% bullish yet. We are still of course in the 50-50 estimation here between bullish and bearish, and currently on the 1 hour chart, while we still have of course an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if this is gonna represent a 1, 2 here, that would be great. But if we are in an ABC and this is representing wave C for an expanding flat, well, that would be bearish, okay? That means once we hit this target, we might drop down. By all means, right now, this 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4, I think is still unfolding something here as a wave 4. Now, what are the possibilities here? It's very tricky a little bit, and as you can see, of course, the 1.38 has been hit perfectly from this wave A, and very likely that we are in a wave B here, and you might still take a wave C towards the downside, which it might be very, very deep here for wave 4 for Solana, unless there is something very interesting happened here, is a running flat, meaning the expanding flat has transformed here to a running flat, because you can count here kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 somehow. I would say here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ending diagonal, and we start to see a reaction there, which it can be a 1, 2. Now, if this 1, 2 will survive, and if we see higher prices here, it might be, of course, a running flat finished over there, exactly in the middle of the running flat, how it should be, finishing 5 waves, failing to take the low, and showing a signal of reversal. Now, this signal of the reversal has been given half-half, yeah, so we still need, of course, the final step is, of course, taking this high as a confirmation that something is pushing higher there, and we're still looking here for something, of course, to be bullish, and it can be the wave C finish there as a running flat, and then pushing, of course, for the blue boxes, I would say, in confluence here between the $156, $152 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in case we're bearish, we push really down for a new low, because this might be your finished ABC expanding flat, and then of course pushing for lower. Yeah. In case that it is a wave 1 here finished, we're gonna push for lower anyway for a wave 2 before we continue toward the upside. Therefore, we're gonna test it over there, of course, as a wave 2. Now, for Solana, as per KGT here, we can see as well that we have, be careful, we have invalidation of the bullish on the 32nd here, so that is not good for the bulls. Okay, so yeah, it is invalidated, and we have a bearish signal still, of course, coming from the top here in conversions, very convergent, and we gotta be careful. So the things are not yet ready, of course, to be bullish, I would say. Now, on the higher time frame, we see, of course, that we have a divergence kind of for Solana, but maybe, of course, on the 30 seconds, that means, of course, one more low, meaning one more low can still, like, launch this wave towards the upside. So I would say on the macro level, a little bit, this one too is still, of course, valid and have a chance, of course, to push for higher, despite that we might take one more low here, as we saw, of course, on the very low time frame. On the 1 minute chart as well, in between, well, we got also invalidation, probably. No, it is bullish, actually. That's nice. We have double bullish signals, of course, on the 1 minute and the 3 minute chart. But, of course, on the 30-second, it shows one more low, meaning one more low, it might, of course, launch something towards the upside for Solana. Great, so that was it for Solana. Let's see the next one, which is SUI. For SUI as well, we still, of course, estimating this 1, 2 here. It's a huge 1, 2, 3, right? And we're looking for a wave 4 and a 5. However, inside this wave 3, you are still in double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, of course, was this yellow. to finish up, of course, the bracket yellow there. Basically, on the 1 hour chart here, so we can be also in a big 1-2 again, and very likely to be, so very likely that we are in a wave 1-2 here, since we have reached, of course, the perfect target for wave 2 as well, I would say. And after an expanding flat here, unfolding A, B, and a C, and we start to see a signal of strength, right? So we see something really strong pushing for higher here, which is signaling something to be bullish again. However, if this is going to happen, our target then will be again the wave 5 here, which is between the $2.1, $2.3 in a wave 3, right? Wave 5, wave 3 in the brackets here, yellow, and of course to finish later on 4 and a 5 if we still very bullish, of course. So the bullish scenario actually would be a continuation of this 4-5. Because if this happens, that means, of course, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished 5 waves. But if the wave 4 finished there, this wave 4 coming, of course, from the top here, all-time high as a bearish impulse. And that means if this is a wave 4 there, we gotta be careful. It might be ABC finished as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here wave C, and pushing down, okay? So also we gotta be careful from this bearish scenario. So the key element here is to get a signal of 3 waves, corrective wave 4 and pushing high again. That means, of course, yes, we can claim, start to talk bullish here, start to talk in a bull run, right? But currently I cannot talk yet about a bull run, okay? Before getting this signal here, 4 and a 5, registering a wave 1 or a wave A, but both will push for higher. But here we can, even if we push higher and we hit the target, yes, we will be happy and everything, but be careful. The possibility is still there for bearish. Great. So for SUI as well, on the lower time frame, we can see also we have a very bullish signal on the 3-minute chart, as we can see, of course, yeah, with the bottom here. So very nice on the 3 minutes. So I would say perfect signal for 1-2. Now, of course, on the 1-minute chart as well, wow, we have also another bullish. It's a double bullish signal here. That's very nice. So I think, yeah, we might push really high for SUI here. On the very micro level, 30-second. Okay, yeah, that's normal. That's normal, of course. We might get, of course, invalidation here, and we might still have some bearish pressure. But at the end, even if we dive deeper and we take one more low here on the very low time frame, meaning this is a 15-minute chart here, if you want to get one more low, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, totally fine, because the signals on the 1-minute and 3-minute chart are very strong for bullish here. And that means, of course, even if we are still here in a stronger A wave C, still unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, it's a very, very tricky one even. Let me check this internally. Let me push this to the left. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Wave 2. Okay, that's even not an impulse. That's even not an impulse. I think this is a WX and a wave Y here. Okay, it's a WX and a Y. It's a 3 waves, so be careful with it. Yeah, I think that the whole correction here, even all of it, is something very complex. And yeah, I believe that the time is there to push for higher. Be careful. The lower time frame can be, of course, the start of double 1-2. So maybe that's why we see on the 30-second something bearish, and it is playing right now. So it might be, of course, a double 1-2 and then pushing for higher. Yeah, because the 1-minute, the 3-minute, they show a very strong bullish divergence here and with double signals. So in conclusion, Ethereum, Solana, and SUI, they are still, of course, looking for higher. We're still looking for one more push here for all of them. But on the micro level, we might get one more low potentially, and then this will become very, very stronger toward the upside. Yep, so that was it for Ethereum, Solana, and SUI. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.